Hey YouTube, welcome back once again. DTROY here, coming to you from the bunker, of course, in from Rochelle Park, New Jersey, with this fourth season of the YouTube Wars. All right, so as you guys well know, we actually just wrapped up the third season, where we prematurely concluded or finished the season with an Axis defeat, where we conceded the war to the Allies. Okay, and very well played game. My compliments to our opponents at the time, GI Joe and Hambone. My good friend Hilltop Pillbox was my ally. He was playing with Japan, and of course, I was Germany. We simply were outfoxed, and we never considered what the repercussions were of ATC in season 91. Okay, actually in Gibraltar here. So, having said that, though, there was quite a controversy that developed or ensued as a consequence of the ATC technology, where it allowed for unlimited scramble, where the Allies could scramble all their aircraft if attacked, whether it would be season 91 or Gibraltar itself. As it turns out, the ATC technology allowed for the Allies to project or an additional two movements, which would allow the Allies to project their air force deep into the Mediterranean. In addition, the ATC also allowed for the artillery to engage at a die roll of 2 or less. And of course, that seemed like a lot, and I'm still of the opinion that it does seem that the technology ATC is a bit unbalanced. So, of course, Sire Blood is always willing to listen, and he's a guy that is very imaginative, and he knows that we're still in the game testing process of developing the BBR. And yes, we're still play testing the BBR, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So let's not forget that, guys. The BBR still has improvements to be made, to be incorporated into the game. So let's keep that in mind. And what we're going to do this time around is that instead of unlimited scramble for this game, okay, in this game, what we're going to do is that we're going to limit the number of aircraft that can scramble from ATC. So if the Allies choose to go with ATC technology for the British, and if they secure or reinforce Gibraltar with ATC, there will be only 5 aircraft at any given time that will be able to scramble from a airbase that would have ATC. Okay, so all right. So having said that, we're going to be playtesting this modification to the ATC technology. All right. So who are the players? All right, Axis. Once again, I'll be Germany. Okay. This time, my ally will be GI Joe, who will be playing with Japan, Imperial Japan. Interesting. So GI Joe and I have been going back and forth, trying out new ideas on what our strategies are going to be. Our opponents, okay, Russia and the UK will be played or controlled by Hambone from the HQ, and the USA and China will be, I'm sorry, it will be Hilltop. I'm sorry, Hilltop. I was forgetting your moniker there for a second. So Hilltop will be the USA and China, and we're going to have a 5th player in the Allies, and a first time for the YouTube Wars. My good friend, what a gentleman! Welcome to the YouTube Wars, and he is Matthew Todd. Matt Todd. Okay, he's a great guy, and such a great contributor to our community. Welcome to the YouTube Wars, Matt. All right, guys. So this is it, and let's get this 4th installment of the YouTube Wars started. All right, so let's get the game started. The Germans will be declaring a total of 4, actually 5 battles for this game, okay, for this conflict. And they will be as follows. Now, mind you see the red arrows and the blue arrows. Red arrows actually mean combat movements, and the blue arrows are actual non-combat movements. I need to do this because I sometimes tend to forget movements. As a YouTuber, and those of you who have your own YouTube channels and that do YouTube Wars, you guys realize that or know that playing a game and recording a game or a session is actually a little bit complicated at times. So it's very easy to forget little details. So that's why we have to use these game aids. And of course, I'm borrowing this idea from Hambone from HQ. Okay, so let's go ahead. Total of 5 battles. They will be as follows. First battle. Okay, the submarine from Sea Zone 118 at a movement of 2, 1 and 2 will be attacking the Canadian fleet at 106, consisting of a destroyer and naval transport. Okay, the submarine in Sea Zone 103 at a movement of 1 will be attacking the British cruiser Sea Zone 91. Okay, third battle. Battle for Sea Zone 110. In this battle, you have a British cruiser, British battleship cruiser, and a French cruiser in Sea Zone 110, defending an attack of combined German naval and air units from the Luftwaffe. Okay, so this is how the attack will go. Okay, one submarine coming from Sea Zone 113 at a movement of 1 and 2. Okay, will be participating in that attack. A second submarine from Sea Zone 108 at a movement of 1 and 2 will be joining that attack as well. All right. That attack will be supported by one fighter coming from Norway at a movement of 1 and 2. This fighter will have 2 movements left in its fuel gauge, right? Then we have another fighter coming from Holland at a movement of 1. This particular air unit will have 3 movements left in its fuel gauge. Okay. Third complement of aerial support will come from Western Germany, and that's a total of 2 fighters and 3 tacticals. 2 fighters, 3 tacticals at a movement of 1 and 2. Okay, here we go. We'll join that attack. There we go. Now, I already spoke with Hilltop, okay? And I asked him if he would be scrambling his Royal Air Force and French Air Force that are in the United Kingdom. And his response was a no, a negative. He will not be responding by scrambling his aircraft, all right? So, okay, so that's the battle for Sea Zone 110. Third battle. Third battle will be for Paris. In this battle, you have 3 infantry, regular infantry coming from Paris. No, correction, from Western Germany at a movement of 1. That's 4 mechanized infantry, 1 artillery coming in as well. Okay. You have an additional 3 armor supporting that attack with 2 artillery supporting that attack as well. And then 4 infantry supporting that attack as well. Okay, there we go. So in this attack, we have 6 ground units, 3 artillery supported ground units, so that's 6 at 2. Then we have 4 regular infantry. We have 8 mechanized and 3 armored units going into that attack. All right. And defending are the 8 ground units of the French and British armies with 1 fighter and a AAA. Okay. The fourth battle, okay, is the battle for Yugoslavia. And in this instance, we'll have 1 fighter coming into Yugoslavia at a movement of 1. It'll have 3 movements left in its fuel gauge. Well, I can't find the 3. Okay, that attack will be supported by 6 infantry. It's 2. Let me move the little arrow here. It's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 2 artillery going into that attack as well. Okay, I have 1 infantry coming in from Romania at a movement of 1. Right? Okay, and that's the attack for Yugoslavia. And my last attack will be the attack against the Soviet Union. And yes, Germany is going with a Barbarossa G1. This is a move or a tactic or strategy for that matter that is not used that often, but one that I'm willing to try out and see how it goes. I'm very optimistic, and we're going to hit the red giant hard and fast. So we're going to move 1 tactical bomber at a movement of 1. Okay. It'll have 3 movements left in its field gauge. This attack will be supported by 3 armor at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. 1 armor is coming from Poland, the other one from Slovakia, Hungary, another one from Romania. So that's 3 armor. In addition, I have 2 armor coming from Greater Southern Germany. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're right there at a movement of 2. So that's 5 armor coming into Eastern Poland. Okay. 2 infantry from Slovakia, Hungary. That's 1, 2. Right. Then I have an additional 3 infantry from Poland itself. That's 2 and 3. So that's 5 so far. Then my 2 strategic bombers are going to be designated as aerial transports. And they'll be picking up 4 German infantry and will be paradropping 4 German paratroopers into that attack. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's a total of 9 infantry and 5 armor coming into Eastern Poland. Okay, and that's it for Barbarossa against Eastern Poland against the Russians. All right, I'm forgetting I have 1 armor coming from Greater Southern Germany and will be supporting at a movement of 2. 1 and 2 will go into the attack in Paris. Okay, so I was forgetting about that. All right, so that's that. Okay, so that's it for my combat movements. I really don't see... Oh, hold on. I'm forgetting this tactical bomber joining that attack as well. Comes at a movement of 1. Right? There was... where was he? Yeah, he was in Germany, right? Yeah. So it's going to 1, 2, and 3. He will have 1 movement left. That tactical bomber will have 1 movement left in its field gauge. Okay. All right, so that's it for combat declarations. We're going to go then into combat. We're going to resolve combat now. So first attack will be for Season 110. And of course, Hambone will not be scrambling for his forces in this attack. He will not. So here we go. All right, so... I just realized I was actually forgetting that the British battleship in 110 has a AAA that is built in, so that battleship actually gets to roll with 3 at 1. So let me get 3 die that will be incorporated in the Allied defense, and something to worry about. Those AAAs that are built into the battleships now are definitely very scary. So, okay, let's see what happens, guys. Here we go. 3 AAAs engaging for the British battleship. Here we go. Okay. Missed. It's funny. It doesn't seem like it's lethal, but when you're the one being targeted, AAAs can be scary. All right. So the Germans lucked out there in that attack. And let's go ahead then with the German attack. Now, in this attack, we have 2 subs at 2, 4 tactical bombers with target select at 3, and 4 fighters at regular attacks at 3. The 2 submarines will be attacking with target select themselves, right? Because that's what submarines do. So I'm going to be bifurcating the attack in 110. Each submarine will be taking a cruiser. And I think it's important that we bifurcate the attack because you have 2 cruisers that are from different nationalities. So here's the attack for the French cruiser. See how this pans out. Missed. The French get to live another day. Okay, the attack on the British cruiser. Here we go. Okay, British cruiser. Hit. The British cruiser is sunk. We'll be removing the British cruiser. That's done. Okay, now I have my bombers that still target select 4 at 2 at 3. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be performing 2 attacks on the cruiser, okay, and 2 attacks on the battleship. Let's go for the French cruiser. There we go. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, 2 for the cruiser. Hit. The French cruiser sunk to the bottom of the sea. That guy cannot return fire either. All right, so now the British battleship. There we go. Let's see if my luck holds. Here we go. Oh, hit. Wow. No return fire whatsoever. Okay, I actually am bleeding. I'm hurting for those British in season 110. They never saw it coming. They never had a return fire option. They never had a chance. All right, so then second battle for season 106. Okay, in this instance, we have a German U-boat attacking the Canadian fleet at 106, consisting of 1 destroyer and 1 Canadian transport. Here we go. Destroyer rolls. Missed. Canadian destroyer. Hit. Okay. German sub is out. Second attack. Attack for season 91. All right. Season 91, you have a German submarine attacking a British cruiser. Let's see if that pans out for the Germans. Here we go, guys. Missed. Ooh. British cruiser defends. Rolls at 3. Hit. Oh, that hurt. German U-boat is out. All right, fair enough. Germans did have a good roll in season 110, so really can't complain. But it would have been nice to have taken out that British cruiser. All right. All right, the third battle. Battle for Paris. Okay, in this battle, let me see if I can clear up the mess that I have already here on my tabletop. In this instance, this will be 4 German armor attacking at 3. It's 2, 3, 4. Then I have 3 artillery supporting 3 infantry, so that's 2. Right, 2, 4, and 6. So that's 6 at 2. And then I have remainder of 4 mechanized infantry and 4 regular infantry attacking at 1. That'll be 8 at 1. A little more dice. Should have preset these die up. I sometimes forget to do that. So 8 at 1. Now, the Allies will be defending with 1 die at 4. Right? Then they do have 2 tanks to defend at 3. So 2 at 3. Then they have 8 ground units, 6 infantry and 2 artillery defending at 8 at 2. Okay, so this is the attack. Let's do this. All right. Oop, drop the die, sorry. Here we go. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a total of 6 hits that the Germans inflicted on the French. That's 6. Let me remove the German die from the board. Okay. Now we got 1 at 4 with the fighter, 2 at 3 with the armor, and 8 at 2 with the ground units defending. Okay, so let me just do this. The French casualties will be 1 artillery. Then I got to remove 5 infantry, right? So that'll be 5 ground units. I believe there's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 chips. That's a total of 6 units. Each chip represents 1 infantry. They're on the casualty strip of 105. Okay, here we go. Let's see how they defend. Okay, what do we have? Not bad. We have 5 positive hits on the return fire with the Allies. So that's 5 hits. I got to remove 5 casualties myself. So not bad. 5 for each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? The French will be removing their AAA and 5 chips, which represent 5 infantry. What's left on the board for the Allies? The Allies still have 2 armor, 2 artillery, 1 infantry, and 1 fighter. There we go. The Germans have 4 at 3, right? It's 4 at 3. They have their 6 at 2 with their artillery and infantry supported by artillery. Or I should say, rather, 3 artillery supported infantry and 3 infantry. That's what I still have here. 3 infantry. Let me put that there. Okay. All right, so let's roll with the Allies. 1, 4, that's 6 at 2, and 3 at 1. Here we go. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Let's remove the casualties. That's 1 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 artillery, 3, and 2 armored units, and the fighter's still in the fight. Okay, so here we go. So now let's roll for the Allies. The Allies will be defending. I just remembered that I forgot to announce what my purchases were. So at the end of this phase of the game, of the sequence, I will be reviewing my purchases, which I forgot to mention what they were to you guys. So here we go. So the Allies defend with 5 at 2. 5 at 2 and 1 at 4. Right? There you go. 1 at 4 and 5. No, I'm screwing that up. The Allies defend with 1 at 4, 2 at 3, right? And 3 at 2. Is that right? Yes. Hope I didn't make the mistake before. Okay, so that's 1 at 4, 2 at 3, and 3 at 2. Here we go. Okay, 4 hits. Not bad. Not bad. That's 4 out of 6. Very good roll. Okay, so I got to remove now 4 infantry or 4 ground units, and they'll be as follows. 1, 2. No, hold on. No, I'm removing the wrong units. Now that I think about it, what have I been doing here? Ah, shucks. You know, I did it already, so screw it. So I'm going to be removing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? There we go. I was removing infantry, mech infantry instead of regular infantry. That's a mistake. Okay, so I remove 5 from the casualty board, casualty side of 105 from the French. And the French still defend with 1 at 4. And the Allies get to roll again. So now the Allies, I'm sorry, not the Allies, the Axis, the Germans in particular, will be attacking with 4 at 3. Right, that's 4 at 3. And 5 at 2. 3, 4, 5. So that's 4 at 3. Here we go. Single French aircraft or fighter defending. That's it. 3 hits, and the French fighter is shot down. Okay. It does get to return fire. Here we go. 1 roll at 4 or less. It missed. Okay, I'll take it. Germans will definitely take that. The French fighter is out. So another victory for the Germans. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Battle number 4, the battle for Yugoslavia. In this instance, we have... Okay, let me get my Yugoslavs set up, which I forgot to do that. So here we go. We got 5 Yugoslavians defending. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? So that's 5 at 2. Yugoslavia defends with 2, 4, and 5. The Germans will be attacking with, let me see, 3, no, 4 at 2. All right, 4 at 2. 4 at 2. And an additional 4 at 1. There you go. So it's 4 at 2, 4 at 1, and I am forgetting my German fighter that is participating in that attack. And the Yugoslavs defend with 5 at 2. There we go. Can you believe that? Only one hit. Wow, never seen anything like that. So the Germans only inflict 1 damage. Okay, 1 damage. That's weird. Very weird. Okay, let me pick up my cup. So now the Yugoslavs defend at 5 at 2. Okay, and they had 2 hits. Okay. Now what to do? Should I continue that attack? But let me remove my casualties first. The Yugoslavs are there, out. 1. I got to remove 2 Germans. Should I continue this battle? I'm afraid that if I continue the battle, I may actually get stuck and won't be able to perform the ping pong and return to Romania. So that's something that I have to consider. But yeah, I'm going to continue with the attack. Yeah, I'm going to continue with the attack. That'll be 4 at 2 again. 2, 3, 4. 1 fighter. And this time I'll have 3 at 1. Does that make sense? 3 at 1? Yeah, 3 at 1. That's 1 at 3, 4 at 2, and 3 at 1. There we go. Ooh, lucked out. Lucked out because I just got enough. So that's 3 hits. All right. The Yugoslav army will have 1 infantry left standing, but they still get to return fire, and that'll be at 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. Okay, where's the other die? Oh, there it is. 2 hits. So they inflicted 2. Wow, the Yugoslavs actually did very well. Okay, that's another 2 Germans that were knocked out. Okay, now I will call off the attack, and these guys will be going into Romania. But I'll do that during non-combat. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, all right. So the last battle is the battle for Eastern Poland. Okay, in this battle, I have let me see. I have 5 armor. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5 at 3. I do have 9 at 1. It's going to be 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I have a tactical bomber that'll be performing a target select on one of the infantry. All right, so there we go. So wait, I'm missing a die here. So that's 5 at 3, 5 at 3, 1 target select bomber, and 9 at 1. So let's do the target select first. Here we go. Target select. One of the infantries. Hit. Fantastic. Good. So one of the Russian infantry defending Eastern Poland is out. Doesn't get to return fire. Here we go. Yeah. 2 hits only. Can you believe that? 2 hits. But it does the job. The 2 Russians are killed off. But one of those infantry do get to return fire. So let's see how that goes. Okay. Here we go. 1 at 2. Missed. All right, so the Germans move in full force into Eastern Poland. All right, so now non-coms, but you know what? Before I do non-combats, let me go and show you guys what my purchases were for the Germans. The Germans had start this round with 30 IPCs, of which 4 will go into technological weapons development. Germany's buying a strategic bomber, 2 infantry, and 1 destroyer for a grand total of 30 IPCs. This is what the Germans will be purchasing round 1 of this turn for Germany. So let's go ahead then with the non-combat movements. I will go ahead with landing my aircraft, okay, that attacked Season 110. I have this entire line here, right here. They can all have 2 spaces to land in, so 2 movements left in the fuel gauge. So these 3 will be going back to 1 and 2, back to Western Germany, right? I got 1 tactical, has 1 movement left. It'll land in Holland, Belgium. Okay, I have another tactical, these 3. One of them will be landing into Holland, Belgium as well. All right. I'll land these later. Okay, I'm moving in 2 infantry from Denmark, coming into Western Germany. Right. I have 1 AAA from Western Germany into Holland. My German battleship from Season 113 moves into Season 112. My fleet in 114, consisting of a cruiser and naval transport at a movement of 2, link up with the German battleship at 112. Okay, I got 2 infantry coming from Berlin, from Germany, at a movement of 2, and they get railed into Holland, Belgium. They're railed now. Okay, I got 5 infantry coming from Germany into Poland, along with 3 artillery and 3 AAAs into Poland. Okay, my 2 tactical bombers that came from Germany at a movement of 1, 2 will go back to, no correction, 1 will go back to 3, 4, 5 to Western Germany. We'll land there. The 3 infantry and 2 artillery that survived the attack in Yugoslavia will retreat into Romania. All right. One German infantry will annex pro-Axis Bulgaria. So I will be getting an additional 4 infantry. We put 4 chips here. There you go. I'm going to be annexing Finland with 3 infantry coming from Norway. That's an additional 4 infantry as well. Okay. Let me see. The fighter that attacked Yugoslavia has 3 movements left. Actually, 2 movements it should have. It should land in southern Italy. Okay, these guys are casualties. Yugoslavia only has 1 infantry left. Okay, let me remove the battle marker there. I'm going to, let me see something here. My bomber that attacked Eastern Poland will land in Poland. Okay. My tactical bomber that participated in the attack in Eastern Poland has 3 movements left in its fuel gauge, and it will be landing Eastern Poland, into Poland as well. Actually, let me see something here. Yeah, Eastern Poland. Sorry for the tilted camera there. Poor camera work on my end. All right. Now, My 2 AAAs in Western Germany at a movement of 3 actually. 1, 2, and what is it? 1, 2, and 3 will go into Romania. Yeah, Romania. Okay, am I forgetting anything here that I'm not seeing? Any movements, any blue arrows? Oh, yes. My German submarine in season 124 will move into season 126. Okay. Then I have 2 remaining tactical bombers in season 110. Each of them have 1, actually, the one that had the 1 actually landed in Holland already. So I'll be landing 1 in Holland and the other in Western Germany. There you go. Well, I'm forgetting I still have a fighter here. Fighter also can move 2 spaces left. This fighter will move into... Actually, 1 fighter will land in Holland, the other tactical bomber in Germany itself. There we go. I think that's a better approach. I think. Makes sense to me. And I think, gentlemen, that does it for my non-combat movements. So I will go ahead then with the income tracker. Okay. These battles don't count for income tracker. So Russia will go up. Not Russia. Germany will go up by 4. That's 5, 6, 8. Right? So on the income tracker, and I have to reset the board up here. Let me remove all these guys back because that's from the previous game. I got to reset them. I know that Germany starts at 30 IPCs, correct? So I'm at 30. But however, I gained 8 IPCs this turn, so Germany is up to 38. 38 IPCs, right? Let's see what my national objectives are. And I believe Germany should have only 1 because I'm at war with Russia, so I don't get that. So the only national objective that Germany gets right now is an additional 5. So Germany currently has 38 IPCs plus 5, right? It's 43. Now, let me just make sure I don't have any other national objectives that I may be missing. I doubt it, though. Germany has 5 subs. That's negative. Not at war with the Soviet Union. No. No. No units in Egypt. I don't control the Caucasus. Argentina. Nope. And that's a negative. Negative. Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty sure of it. So that's 43 IPCs. However, the French treasury does get turned over to the German, and that's an additional 19. So Germany will be collecting 62 IPCs for this turn. But I'm forgetting something. Allow me to place my units. So that's 1 weapon stack for Germany. I'll be placing 2 infantry in Western Germany. I'll be placing 1 destroyer, season 112. Sorry about that. And 1 strategic bomber placed in Western Germany as well. Okay, that's what we have. Okay. All right, so that's it for my placements of units. Now let's do the final recap, disposition of forces. And for some reason lately, I've been forgetting to make them every time I shoot a video, but good thing I remembered. So, season 126, you have 1 German submarine. Season 126. Season 112, you have a naval transport destroyer, cruiser, and battleship. Season 110, 2 submarines. Holland, 2 infantry, 1 AAA, 2 tactical bombers, and 1 fighter. Germany, I'm sorry, not Germany, By the way, guys, I apologize. I forgot to set up the French forces in Normandy and southern France. So I'll do that shortly afterwards. But disposition of forces in Paris: 4 armor, 3 artillery, and 2 mechanized infantry. Germany: 4 infantry, 3 fighters, 2 tactical bombers, 2 strategic bombers. Actually, I should say 1 aerial transport until the end of the round, and 1 strategic bomber. In Poland, 3 artillery, 5 infantry, 3 AAAs, 1 tactical bomber, 1 aerial transport. In Eastern Poland, 5 armor and 9 infantry. Eastern Poland. Finland, 7 infantry. Romania, 2 AAAs, 2 artillery, 3 infantry. Bulgaria, I got 5 infantry. Okay, Southern Italy, 1 fighter. Okay. All right, guys, so I believe that does it for my disposition of forces. I'm sure I made mistakes here and there, and please do excuse them. Do forgive me for those errors that I make. As you guys well know, it's not easy. It's not impossible, but it's not easy to be able to record a video, create content, all while along playing a very a good or a complicated game of Axis and Allies, where you have to be detail oriented. So I apologize for those errors that I may have made. And yeah, I hope you just enjoyed this episode as always. And I welcome those of you who are just watching the beginning of this installment of the YouTube Wars. For those of you who have not seen my channel before, welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope sincerely that you get something out of it. All right, guys, as I like to say, don't forget to bunker down and play. And Hambone, you're up, my brother. You're Russia. Good luck.